We are thrilled today to have Kirti Venkateswamy with us today from Campbell Adult and Continuing Education. She's our IET curriculum specialist, and she's going to tell us about BOSS. And Kirti, if you want to share your slides, I will stop sharing.
All right, thank you. Thank you for having me. Let me see, let me get my document and can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you
do
want
I need to make it slideshow or?
Please put it into slideshow if you would.
Okay. Okay.
Great. That's perfect.
Excellent. So good afternoon, everybody. I am Kirti Venkateswamy, and I work at the Campbell Adult and Community Education in San Jose. I developed with my co-teacher the Business Office Skills for Success class, an IT program. And we started this program about, I think it was 2019 for a few years. And then we paused for about a year when my colleague retired. So we didn't have a teacher, and we started it again last fall. So it's a semester length class. So BOSS is, this program prepares students for entry-level positions in any office environment across most industries, if not all industries. So the CT part of it is for the core Microsoft Office applications, the three Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. And then I teach the ESL content, which is all about the contextualized language activities and tasks, employability skills, and then we added the job search skills. The career pathway would be the business office administration, and as I said earlier, entry-level office support positions would be the jobs that the students would be going into. We use the alternating teaching model. Therefore, the learners are co-enrolled in two different but coordinated concurrent classes. We've done this in the past as a co-teaching model, and I like both. The co-teaching is more fun, actually. A lot more work, but fun. So semester-long class and in person, and we have 4 evenings. So I teach Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the CT instructor teaches Mondays and Wednesdays. And we use the 73.2 COAP, and the assessments that we do. This class is for high-level English learners, ESL students. And so there's a digital skills assessment in this COAP, and then a cover letter. So we do both. How do we recruit students, and how do we support them? We survey students around April, this time of the year, so we'll most likely do that when we come back from spring break. We survey our ESL level 5 students, and also the ABE, ASC. There are some non-native English speakers in there. We also have a community interest survey that we post on our website, and based on the results of the survey, then we decide whether we were going to have the class or continue it or not. We advertise in our catalog, flyers, social media. We do Instagram and Facebook. And we also advertise with our community partners, the libraries and consortium school partners. When we have intake, also at the very beginning, the first intake of the year, we have one-on-one conversations with potential students, and that help us identify their needs and their goals, their interests. Then our student advisors are part of the intake, And so they try to sell the class or tell them, oh, there's this class, this boss class that might be of interest to you if this is where the direction you want to go. And for this particular class, since this happens at intake, so we do the listening test. The CASAS listening only, not the reading test. The support that the students receive from us, so three different things. So the one-on-one with the instructors. So we have a student support schedule. It is posted. They can set up an appointment with us and we spend time with them. It could be a tech skill, it could be a language skill that they want to improve, or they need resources, they need help with their application for some job. And also they have the help of our student advisors, who also follow up with them if it needs more like a college application. The student advisor would help them with that, and also with interviewing skills. Students also have the opportunity to be tutored. We've had students in our class, especially last fall. Oh, actually this semester as well. We have volunteer tutors, so the tutors from the community. They have been volunteers with CASE for a long time, and so we talk to the tutoring volunteer coordinator, and she assigns our students based on their needs and schedule, and then the students can get started. And the next one is, so the three components of our any IET program. So first we have, and of course it's not working right now. Oops, here you go. The workforce training. So that would be the CTE occupational cluster, the business office administration, the adult education literacy activities, and that would be the 243 co-op funded program with 73.2. And of course, the employability skills. And we added this because based on the community interest survey and also our students, when we surveyed them, they wanted to know how to apply for a job, write a resume, etc., cover letter, etc., and interviewing skills. So we added that. And so all these concurrently and contextually aligned single set of objectives, which the CTE instructor, who is now retired, she and I sat down and we looked at what the competencies are for the Microsoft Office applications, and then we decided, okay, we looked at the different co-ops and we decided that this co-op would be the best for this particular class. And I would like to give you an example of what we do in this class. For example, for a workplace problem, students will be able to apply a 6-step problem-solving model to find a solution, and they will create a presentation using PowerPoint to present the solution and implementation plan at a staff meeting. So they create this, and it is a collaborative activity. So the workforce training, so they have to know they apply all the PowerPoint skills that they learn with Anita, my partner. And then I teach all the PowerPoint vocabulary in context, the presentation skills, problem-solving skills, the vocabulary, collocations, and the sentence frames that they would need in order to present. So in this particular lesson, which takes quite a few sessions before they get there. I did not present all the 6 steps, but just 3 of them. And as you can see, the workforce preparation areas, so that would be problem solving, critical thinking, communication, and collaboration. That's one example. Another example that I have is they are going to create a flyer, so that's individual work, using Microsoft Word to advertise a company event. And they're going to use Microsoft Excel to track the expenses for the event, and they create a chart to display the data. So all your Microsoft Word and Excel would be the CTE content. And the Word and Excel vocabulary, we talked about budgeting, event planning, vocabulary, and the workforce preparation would be critical thinking, putting this together, an event together, the budget. So I would usually add more to that learning objectives. I would give them a budget, and they will have to conduct research in order to find prices. We want it to be as realistic as possible. So this is these are 2 examples of what we do in this class. And when they finish our program, so after 17 to 20 weeks, depending on the semester, they can transfer, our students can transfer to Mission College, our college partner. We have an articulation agreement with them. The students can either go for the AS degree or a certificate, and they call it the administrative specialist degree or certificate, or they can stay here at Case for the MOS class, so which is the prep course for the Microsoft Office certification. And I would say probably half of the students are from last semester's BOSS are now in MOS. So what we have learned over the past few years is, number one, is always treat the IET, your IET program, as one course instead of 2 separate courses. And also communication is key. So communication, collaboration with that teacher is essential. And we need to always be on the same page, sending the same message to the student. And I think the main reason this works is because we do have, and we're lucky to have, this dedicated collaboration time. So we meet yesterday we met every Tuesday for an hour and a half at the beginning of the semester. So last fall we met for about 2 hours, and she was new to us, so we and just to kind of get her up and running, to know about the program, etc. But this semester we don't need to meet for 2 hours anymore, so we meet for only an hour and a half, and sometimes an hour. And having an integrated attendance and assessment policy, so integrated assessment. So if students start saying, "Oh, okay, I can only attend the CTE class, but not this one," so we tell them this class is a 4 times a week class, so 4 sessions a week, and in order to get the certificate of completion from us. And overall, this has been a very positive experience for both the teachers and the students, semester after semester. And that's the reason, I guess, that the students stay and they continue on to the next class. And I just want to say something. I just remembered something. The resume writing skills that we do, so which is part of the job search skills. Students have used that particular resume and cover letter to apply for real jobs. And some of them have gotten jobs in the past with their resume that they create. So this is very, very, very valuable to them. And so this is something that I believe we should always keep in that curriculum. And so I just have a few student testimonials. So, but I would be glad to answer any questions that you may have.
So Kirti, we do have, thank you for the great presentation, let me just say, and so detailed and put into our requirement boxes really helps everybody see exactly what you're doing and what they should be doing. So thank you so much for doing that.
Yes, thank you.
Aaron Anton asked, where do you get your curriculum for the workforce training part?
The workforce, the city instructor has been teaching she uses Labyrinth. She teaches Labyrinth, the tech skills, but she and I come up with tasks, activities that fit in. So let's say we're doing problem solving or giving constructive feedback. So we come up with activities that the students will use. So I will create the scenario, for example, and say, okay, given the scenario, so create a spreadsheet. I'll give them budget, expenses, a company, I don't know, a group of employees, their travel expenses, and you're going to have to put that with in a spreadsheet and create a chart with that. So I come up, she looks at it and she says, oh yeah, maybe you want to add this in this category. They need to know, I would like to see those particular features in that assignment. So this is how we come up with curriculum, especially lessons and activities. Yes.
Thank you, Kirti. And another question.
I don't know if I answered Maren. Hi, Maren. I don't know if I answered your question.
Maren, feel free to unmute yourself if you'd like to.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Okay, great.
So, and the other question Maren had was about any other co-ops, because she was wondering if you used 32.2 or 33.3, or it could be soft skills, you know, I think it's
yes,
52 or 37.
Yes. The reason we used 73.2 is because of that tech skill demonstration. And we want them to, that's the purpose, right? That's the point, right? So why the CT class is focused on the free Microsoft Core applications. So we want to see demonstration of those skills. That's why we chose 73.2.
Right. And the only reason then to use others, depending on how long I don't think I caught the hours, would be to earn more payment points for work you're already doing, for example, the critical thinking, so et cetera. So
yes,
you could think about
yes, yes. We I've done it, I believe, in the past with a different class, not IET, and we used the soft skill for that. But it was not an IET.
And that's totally up to your choice. Just
Sure.
Two other questions. Is there a specific course admission that the CTE course is articulated with?
It is articulated to the next level of their Microsoft Word, Excel, or PowerPoint class. So under this program, the administrative specialist program, they have to take all these tech classes. And having taken our class here, BOSS, they can go and take the next level of Excel if they wanted to. And then, of course, the other courses in order to have the certificate. So yes.
Thank you, Kirti. And another question, do they take an industry approved certificate test at the end of your course?
Not this one. No, they don't. So they receive a certificate of completion from us here. And that is why this part is missing. And that's why we're offering the MOS class, which prepares them for the MOS, the certification, the Microsoft Office certification course. Yes. And back to the 73.2, because we've seen that the resume skills and cover letter is very important. So, and this co-op is about writing a cover letter. And you cannot write a cover letter without a resume. Therefore, we go through the whole resume. We have different versions of it, right? And it's takes a long time because we review. So I do all the content. Anita does the formatting and that kind of thing, or finding new synonyms, for example, when you're doing your writing your resume for words. Yes.
Great. And you got a positive tip. Diana Batista says, great tips for staff that ultimately benefits the student. And the idea that it's one class, all of your tips about that, attendance requirements, content, and mindset is really great. And I was wondering if you get paid for that collaboration time.
Yes, yes. So this comes from my curriculum specialist hour. And my partner has collaboration extra pay for that.
And I just want to mention to administrators and teachers that teachers need to be paid for this collaboration time. What makes this program work, in my opinion, is the collaboration.
Totally.
Totally. So we need to be paid for that time, and then it will happen, and then your programs will be fabulous, like this one from Case and Kurti. We so appreciate it so much.
Oh, thank you. And it takes time, and it takes time to create those materials. There's no book, right? We know that for any IET. Yes, of course, there's no book for it. That's why I love the AL Civics exchange. And I thought, oh, I wish there would be more materials out there. Yes.
We hope people will, that's growing slowly, but we hope eventually we will have that. Any
Yes.
other questions for Kurti? And thank you so much, Kurti, for joining.
You're very welcome. My pleasure.
And yeah, so we've got, do you complete the textbook in those 17 to 20 weeks, 4 nights, 3 hours a night? And I'm not sure which textbook she's referring to, but she's asked.
It's the by Labyrinth Lab, I believe. But the previous teacher used excuse me. Yeah, it is Labyrinth. So it's something that looks like this.
And is it completed in the 17 to 22?
No,
weeks?
because this has everything. So because this is the, let's say, level 1 class, so it's part of it. Yes, she does complete everything we have in the course competencies. We have on our syllabus, we have, of course, the tech skills that they are going to be learning for each application, and then all the different soft skills, etc. So yes.
So you're picking and choosing from the textbook to match your goals and objectives for the course. That's terrific. And just to say, Sigrid says, I love the idea of sentence frames. I agree, so totally important. Sometimes
Yes.
I get so caught up with the IET vocabulary I teach. I need to be reminded, I need to provide scaffolding on how to use that vocabulary.
Yes.
Great for giving students confidence to communicate the job-related skills they are learning. And
Yes.
we saw that in the testimonials, how beautifully those were written.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I mean, yes. When they presented not too long ago, actually, the problem solving activity, and yeah, I had to give them. After carefully analyzing the situation, we identified one main cause. Yeah. And then they came up with, and then I had to teach what does that mean to implement, right? So new word, implementation plan, and so we did a lot of brainstorming. What does that mean? Who is involved, et cetera, et cetera. They came up with beautiful plans, and I'm like, darn, pretty good.
That's good.
And they use their PowerPoint skills with all the what you call it, animation. Yeah, animation.
Terrific. Sounds wonderful. Any last questions? You're getting very good comments here, Kurti, and we so appreciate you sharing, because this is how we all get better, by hearing what others are doing.
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that.
We appreciate you taking the time to be with us today. And if you don't mind stopping sharing, I will take over.
Okay. All right. Thank you again.
Check out the chat and see all of your wonderful comments.
Yes, I shall.
Great. So At this point, I'd like to say thank you to all of you, 231, 243. If anybody has any questions about the IELCE report, I will stay on the line and work with you on that, but you don't need to stay if you're all squared away with that. I thank you for attending. I will see you back here May 24th. I hope I said that right, from 1 to 2:30, and we'll have a great presentation. Devin Werble from LA Community College District. And those of you who would like to stay for the IELCE Q&A, I'm here for your questions. I'm going to stop the recording, however. And thank you so much. Let me just check the chat one more time. Everybody's thanking Curti. Fantastic information. Great information. Nice job, Curti. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.